Alright, it is a Saturday before Easter, and I have decided to make my very first video that I'm going to post on Personality Cafe. I'm an INTP. It took me a very long time to figure this out, even though that's the first thing I tested as when I was 10. Some people might read me as an extrovert, but the fact is, I enjoy being alone, and I can be perfectly happy sitting in my room reading for hours and hours. My biggest weakness is shopping, Netflix, and Starbucks coffee. I like to drive around. Of course, that's pretty expensive. Live in a tiny town called Mount Vernon, which is very close to Cedar Rapids and Iowa City, Iowa, of course. Um, it's a little bit out in the boonies, but at the same time, you're never completely alone. You can always find someone to hang out with. I read way too many books. My room is filled with them. I collect tarot cards. Do I believe in it? Probably not. I just think they're cool. I'm never quite sure I believe in anything. Although, if there's something affirming about a particular community, a church, a group, I'll join it. Because I feel like in the end it doesn't matter. If it gives me something positive, I'll do it. Let's see. I chose the name Bowie Owns My Soul because I love David Bowie. And I needed an email address that I could remember. If it was just something boring like my name and a bunch of numbers, of course I'm going to forget that, right? Am I going to want to tell people about that? No. Am I going to want to sign up for stuff? No. Because I have an email address that sucks. So I wanted one that was cool and about him. Yes. I also like Led Zeppelin, if you can tell from my t-shirt. This morning I went down to my favorite coffee house and got a caramel macchiato. And on the way there, this lady came up to me. She might be in her 70s. She said, "You like that Ed Zeppelin, don't you?" "Yeah, I hear the kids really like that these days." I found that very funny. I have a BA in art history, a minor in French. I nearly got a major in French, except that someone told me the wrong information about the credits. Ha ha. When I graduated last year, I entered into this insurance scam, which I thought would make me a lot of money. Lasted about 2 months, moved on. Then I worked as a barista, and I worked at Dillard's selling shoes. I was kind of good at that, but it turned me into this cutthroat bitch, and it annoyed me to no end. The bureaucracy, all that good shit. So I quit that too. Then I moved on to childcare. It's actually the longest job I've ever held for about 5 or 6 months. I'm very good at getting jobs, but I know that there's a specific sort of situation that I should be in, and this is as close to it as possible. Now, it doesn't pay enough. So I hope to get a job that includes many of the skills of this, many of the interesting experiences, but pays a hell of a lot more. So I'm thinking of going into pediatrics. I recently went back to the U of I. I'm in pre-med, and summer or fall semester I'll be taking intro to chemistry at Kirkwood, then math functions at Iowa, and principles of chemistry at Iowa. I'm very excited. I'm going to kick butt. Growing up, I had a lot of math anxiety. I thought I was bad at it. But I'm not. I didn't test as bad at it. I just got freaked out. I don't know, probably because of sexism and shit. Yeah. I'm very nice. I make friends easily when I try. Sometimes I like to screw with people. I have to keep that in check. I love watching Netflix. I probably said that already. And I will go to any lengths to be able to afford it. I also like watching House. As you can tell, here's a picture of Hugh Laurie up here. I spend a lot of time hanging out on my bed, and even though there's a desk in my room, it never, ever, ever gets used, except to pile stuff on. I hang out on my bed. It's more comfortable. Why change that? Is there anything I haven't told you yet? I like interesting people. I get into a lot of weird situations. And things tend to work out for me when I don't try to plan. When I just go with the flow and see where I end up. If I try to plan, things are going to fall flat on their face. And I know what I want, right? I just have to put it out there and get it. Oh. About a year ago, I met this fabulous Australian in Barcelona, and he and I have had a long distance relationship ever since. Um, and I hope to get out there sometime when I'm not as poor. He's in urban planning at a uni at Canberra, and he says Canberra, of course. And yeah, I hope to see him. I hope to win the lottery. I hope to have money someday. Thank you all for listening. I hope I wasn't too boring, stupid, or irrelevant. Bye.